When the sun gets really hot, I like to put a head shield on, face shield. You can find these all over the internet. I keep looking over at my fishing pole behind you, making sure there's not a fish on. I just caught that kelp greenling. Anyways, we sell these at our website. The website is www.gear.camp, gear.camp. That's our website. We own it. We built it. The proceeds go to the fishing adventures. I like to wear these when the sun comes out and it gets hot. Check it out. What I'll do is I'll put it over my head like this, fold it up halfway, fold this side down, make like a headband. That's nice. That's perfect. Another way to wear it is like this. A lot of people like to put them around their neck. So you can pull it over your face like this. Pull it down. It'll protect your neck. If the mosquitoes are there around or there's too much sun, pull it up like this. Put your hat back on. Put it over your nose. Now I'm protected from the sun, the mosquitoes, the spray of the waves. It's not waterproof, but it's cool. Anyways, if you like this, we have a great sale going on right now at gear.camp. You can get 3 of these for $5. Shipping's like $1. The shipping's like $1.75. So $7, 3 head shields. It's not bad. Right on. I'm Ty Reichert. This is Redwood.Fish. Go buy a head shield. Black Friday specials. I'm Ty Reichert. This is Redwood.Fish. Hey, what's going on, guys? Ty here from Redwood.Fish. Let me get you centered there. I am heading out to the coast to do some rock fishing today solo, which is important because part of my message today is going to be the top 10 things that you can do to make sure that you are safe and you get home safe while fishing solo. This isn't going out on a boat. This is rock fishing, pretty steep terrain of Northern California coastline. You can fall, you can get hurt. So what I'm going to do today is not only hopefully catch some cool fish, but I'm going to talk about the 10 things that you can do to be safe while fishing by yourself. Okay, so tip number 1 would be know your limits. Don't go somewhere that you might get hurt because you can't climb down a 300-foot cliff to go fishing. If you die while you're fishing, that's not very fun. So know your limits. Take a look at your situation, your area where you'd like to fish. Maybe even check it out on Google Maps. Figure out a good path to get there. If you have to climb down a rope and you're by yourself, that's kind of dangerous. Maybe you want to have a friend with you. But anyways, yeah, so number 1 is definitely know your limits. Know what you're capable of doing. Know how far you're willing to hike to get to a good fishing spot and still be able to get home at the end of the day and be safe. Okay, fishing adventure safety tip number 2. If you've hiked into a remote area to go fishing and you see a pretty shady person there or people, maybe that's not a good place to fish. There has been numerous times where I've gone fishing by myself out after hiking a mile or 2 to a really great fishing spot, only to find some homeless people or some territorial, strange weirdos hanging around. The spot I'm going today, I was at about a year ago, and there were a couple guys there that looked like they had been camping on the beach and living there for a while. It was not a good scene. I kept my eye on them. I fished for about an hour, and I just had a really bad feeling. They couldn't keep their eyes off me, They were hiking and walking up and down the rocks around me. They weren't friendly. So I got out of there. Nothing happened, but I got out of there. Okay, tip number 3, safely fishing rocky shores. Bring a weapon. It's hard to get a concealed carry permit in California. So, of course, I wish I could bring a gun with me every time I go fishing, but I can't because I would get in trouble. So I bring a knife, I have pepper spray, I have some other things that I would use in case something bad were to happen. And that would be in regards to running into a really bad person who has ill will and maybe wants to hurt me, or is just being territorial for a fishing spot. So, I mean, I have a few different knives I bring with me fishing anyways. I would certainly use those if I had to. But yeah, bring something to defend yourself. Pepper spray, knife, something, whatever it is. That way you feel a little bit more safe. Okay, tip number 4. Bring a cell phone. Bring a cell phone and an emergency radio. That's smart. That way you can get in contact with someone if you get hurt. I hike up and down trails that are pretty scary, pretty hairy. And if I get hurt, I know that I have my emergency radio and my phone with me. If I fell and broke my ankle, some of these places are so remote, no one would find me for a while. Although I do always tell family or friends where I'm going, roughly where I'm going. So, and I'll show you in a minute my Uniden emergency radio that's waterproof. It clips onto my my backpack strap, so I'll have it with me the whole time. And then I also have my cell phone with me too. I'll be honest, where I fish a lot, there is not cell phone coverage. It's very common for me to not have cell phone coverage. Pretty soon, in a few minutes, I'm not going to have cell phone coverage. What's going on right here? Looks like someone got in an accident and went off the road, but nah, it's just a farmer plowing his fields. Woo! Freaky. And talking about safety. Anyways, yeah, so that was number 5. Number 6, have a plan. Know where you're going to go. Roughly know where you're going to go. If you just shoot out to go fishing at the coast with no plan, you might get yourself in trouble, or you might not catch any fish. So I've got a long history of fishing at the coast, so that's good because I have all these different areas that I will go to. But I don't like to just go with no plan. Today I have a plan, and I have a backup plan. My main plan is to go rock fishing at a pretty remote spot that you have to hike into. Hopefully some big lingcod, cabezon, black, blue, rockfish, kelp, greenling are coming into the area. Hopefully the water's clear. But I have a plan, and I brought the bait. I brought everything that I need to try to be successful for this particular fishing trip. My backup plan would be to probably go crab snaring near Doran Beach, which we'll see. But anyway, so yeah, number 6 is have a plan. Okay, my number 7 safety tip for fishing out at the coast. Solo. Check the weather. Not only will the weather impact the success and quality of your fishing, but it might become a danger for you as well. I say that because when I fish at the coast, sometimes if it had rained the day before or, several days before that, there are landslides all along the coastline. Big rocks, big mudslides will happen, and if you're by yourself and you get caught up in one of those, you're in big trouble. In fact, you're probably not going to make it. Not only can you go right into the ocean where you're going to freeze and drown, but a big rock can just squish you and then you're dead. So if you go fishing after a big rain, make sure you're extra safe. In fact, I would always go with a partner. Usually Ryan comes with me or one of the boys, and we tread lightly on ground that is moving or washing away. If you didn't already know it, any land that butts up against the ocean is ever changing. It is slowly eroding, and big, huge rocks fall all the time, and people die every year on the Northern California coast because those rocks fall on them. So yep, check the weather. Another important point about the weather is if it's really windy and the swells are high, it might not be great fishing off the rocky shore. So make sure you check the weather. Make sure that the swells are down. Make sure that you hit the tide right, depending on what your target species is. And yeah, weather can have a big impact on that. That was number 7. Thanks. Number 8 tip for fishing safely off the rocky cliffs of wherever you live. Coastal fishing. This goes for inland and coastal fishing. Actually, most all of these do. Dress in layers. I have a vest on. I have a long sleeve shirt on. I've got a t-shirt on under that. You never know your weather. The wind could pick up. You could get wet. In fact, what I usually do is I'll throw some shorts and a t-shirt in the back of my car, and I'll leave those in there all the time just in case I get hit by a big wave, which happens a lot, and I get wet, or my shorts get wet, pants get wet. It's always good to have a change, but clothing is key. This is something that you should not overlook. It's good to have weatherproof, high quality, outdoors fishing, hiking clothing on, as well as good shoes. There's a reason why I wear turf shoes when I hike at the coast. These are my baseball turf shoes that I use when coaching, but I found out that they're Boomba. I'll show you in a minute what they look like. Lots of grip on the bottom. I can traverse these rocks really easily. Whoa! As I almost lean over and fall. Anyways, yeah, they work really well. Cheers. They work so well traversing the cliffs and rocks around the beach that I wear them all the time. They're comfortable and they're safe. They have grip. It's like wearing cleats when you're fishing, right? Crazy, but it works really well. I feel confident when I'm hiking up and down steep cliffs with fishing gear and all the stuff that I carry, camera gear and everything. So shoes are important. Clothing is important. That's tip number 8. Tip number 9 for safely fishing solo at the rocky cliffs of Northern California or wherever you live. Bring a snack, bring food. I always pack something to eat in my backpack, and I bring plenty of water. Sometimes I'll hike a few miles to a fishing spot and I'm thirsty, so I'll make sure I always have water. If I didn't have water, I probably wouldn't even hike into some of these spots. Sometimes I'll hike a mile or two into a spot to fish. I'll fish for 4 to 6 hours and then come home. All right, that was tip number 9. Tip number 10A, bring your fishing license. I've been checked by Department of Fish and Game miles out off trails. They hike to find people. They might spot you on their high-powered binoculars from very far away. They will hike to you and figure out what's going on. They'll check your bags and see what you're doing. Treat them with respect. They'll treat you with respect. Always have your fishing license and avoid a big penalty. Tip 10B, know your species and know what's legal to catch, and size limits too. You might think that you can catch the same fish all year round. Well, that's not the case. Make sure that you know what you're catching, when you're catching it, and where you're catching it, and if it's legal or not. So that's my tips. I hope you enjoyed it. Those are common sense stuff. I just like to remind young people and people who are new to fishing that it's really important. I'm gonna fish this area in front of this rock right here. See if I can get it out there pretty far. I'd really like to get a farther cast, but we'll see. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's see if that'll catch us a fish. So my strategy is to start fishing right off of this cliff right here. If I don't have any luck, then I'll start casting further out. I do see a lot of seaweed in the water, a lot of kelp in the water, which is going to cause a lot of snags today. So I'm going to try to avoid that best I can, and hopefully we'll catch up with a nice rockfish here in a minute. Fish on. Oh, I don't know if you saw that, but I just had a fish on. I had a really good bite there. Fish took the bait, but then he came off pretty quickly, so we'll just keep trying. Okay guys, first fish of the day, we got a striped perch. Look at that beautiful colors on that guy, right on. Not really what I was targeting, but you know, I put a smaller hook on top just in case I could see how the bite goes. So I know these guys are here, that's good. Really would like to catch a bigger rockfish, but yeah, that's good. Don't get skunked. Don't be skunked when you're fishing. Anyways, let's go catch another one. Hooked him in the eye. This could be our selfie pic. Let's go. Striped perch, woo, yeah. I'm baiting up again with more squid. I'm bleeding out the fish, he's right there. And we're gonna go back out and do it again. Fish on, fish on. Camera, GoPro problems there. Okay. This is a really nice kelp greenling. Get a look at him like that. Let's go. We're killing it now. So yeah, here's a nice little small kelp greenling. We're gonna let this guy go. He's too small, and they're not that great to eat, but it was awesome to catch him. I want to get a picture. All right, so I got this nice kelp greenling. While I was screwing around with my GoPros because they're not working very well. Hopefully the little GoPro session's working. Anyways, I'm gonna let this guy go. Nice little 12, I'd say maybe 14-inch kelp greenling. Let's go catch another one. Woohoo! Kelp greenling from Northern California, caught by Redwood.Fish. It's mid-November. Check it out. Woo! We're gonna let this guy go. I'm not proud of the catch and release, but I gotta throw him right off the cliff here. So one more time, here he goes. Oh, good landing. All right, it's about that time. I think I'm gonna pack it up and get out of here. I got a long hike back. I fished for a couple hours. I don't know if I showed you what I was using, but I was using squid for bait. Doesn't look very good there. I had some 6/0 hooks and 3/0 hooks on, and then a 2-ounce torpedo weight. I really like the torpedo weights here. Let me show you one. Okay, so this is a 2-ounce torpedo weight, and it's pretty light, but what I like about these is I put these at the bottom of my line, very bottom, and then I put hooks above them. These are decent for not getting stuck in the rocks. They do get stuck in the rocks, don't get me wrong, but I have better success fishing with these little 2 or 3-ounce torpedoes and retrieving them more often than not. I did just get snagged a second ago, but I think it might have been my hook was probably in some kelp. It could have been the weight too, who knows. But anyways, I do pretty good with these, and then I put a couple hooks 15, 20, 30 inches above it. I let it sink all the way to the bottom, and then I try to get my pole pretty straight up. So this weight would be sitting at the bottom of the ocean. Out here it's pretty shallow, maybe 10 feet, 15 feet in a pocket. And then my bait would sit up here and here. And so this sits at the bottom. If I have my pole pretty straight up, it works out pretty well. But anyways, yeah, these are lead 2-ounce torpedo weights, and they work pretty well for rock fishing. You get these, you get a couple 6/0 hooks, and you get yourself some squid. Cut that squid up in strips and put it on, and you'll be good to go. Okay, that's my other tip for the day. Right on. I'm gonna pack it up and get out of here. Thank you guys. We'll see you back up at the car. Well, that was quite the hike. Got the blood flowing. Feel awesome. I'm gonna put this stuff away and get on the road here. Get myself some water and a snack. Snacks and water, you know that's good. I'm Ty Reichert, the Redwood Fisherman, and we'll see you next time. Oh, I forgot to mention that I have a very exciting announcement coming soon. Stay tuned. It's going to be a big, tremendous improvement to the Redwood fishing channel. So stay tuned for that. I can't announce it right now, but I will definitely in the next week or so. It's going to be awesome. Appreciate it. Love you guys. We'll see you later. If you do like this video, hit that subscribe button right here or here. And that way you can stay in tuned and follow our channel. It's free to subscribe. Right on. I'm Ty Reichert. I'm out.